How to learn a foreign language faster. Strategy and methods. Intensive reading. Intensive reading is a method of reading when you're aiming for complete comprehension. So you try to understand the meaning of each word. Intensive reading is a very effective language learning method. But translating every unknown word while reading by yourself is very hard. Therefore, it is better to find a language teacher with whom you could read a book sentence by sentence and analyze all unfamiliar words and grammar in the context. At the end of each chapter, go back to the beginning and see what you have learned and what you haven't. You can also write down unfamiliar words in a notebook and learn them later when you have free time. With this method, you truly immerse yourself in the language. Learn a lot of new words and learn grammar naturally. Extensive reading and listening. The extensive reading and listening is when you just try to grasp the overall point of what you are reading or listening to. Read and listen in your target language as much as possible. To make the process easier, you can choose to listen to and read things you have already heard or read in your native language. For example, if you know the plot of the Harry Potter books, start reading the Harry Potter books in the language you are learning. You also can try parallel reading method. Parallel translation is the best alternative to using a dictionary. This method allows you to read quickly and enjoyably, immersing yourself in the book rather than the dictionary. I'm currently trying to improve my Turkish this way. I do have some knowledge of Turkish, but I'm not at the level I would like to be. I took 2 Twilight books by Stephanie Meyer. One book is in English, the other one is in Turkish. And if I don't understand something, I don't look it up in a dictionary because it takes too long. I look up the translation in English version of Twilight. Although there can be some differences in translation, it's still okay. Make an effort to use your target language every day. Keep a journal, or talk to yourself, or find someone to communicate with. I've noticed that when I read a lot and listen a lot in my target language and do all of that for a long time, I get so much knowledge that it starts to overflow. So oftenly, some words, phrases, even sentences start to pop up in my mind without any effort from me. So I can say it's possible to learn to speak only through reading and listening, but it will take longer. So you learn your target language much faster if you make everyday effort to speak, at least a little bit. You can talk to yourself, your pets, friends, or start keeping a journal. Learn text by heart. This is another cool method that I love. It's challenging but rewarding. I try to memorize texts in my target language. I do this not only for language learning, but also to maintain motivation. I find interesting and inspiring text with deep philosophical ideas or some complex scientific text and try to memorize it. When I can later retell those texts, I feel like I know the language and can express even the most complex thoughts in it. And after that, I want to learn more. When you learn text by heart, you also learn many new words, grammatical patterns, useful phrases, and sentences. So this method is very useful. Don't forget to take breaks. Nowadays, we're obsessed with productivity and achieving our goals in a short time. So we forget to keep balance. Once I tried to memorize 200 words every single day for several days in a row when I was learning English. And that led to a horrible tension headache. And because of that, I hadn't been able to learn new words for months. Only one look at the stickers or flashcards with new words made me feel very tense pain in my head. I wanted to move very fast, but instead I almost stopped my progress. So taking breaks while studying helps the brain to process information better And my experience proves it. For a very long time, I had been trying to learn Turkish, but when I watched Turkish TV series, I still understood very little. Then I took a break for a few years, and when I started to watch Turkish TV series again, I noticed that my level of understanding improved. So allowing yourself to take breaks doesn't slow your progress, but it helps you to achieve your goal faster actually. Try a new approach and don't give up. There are many other ways that can help you to learn a language faster, such as learning words with Anki, using stickers, flashcards, shadowing, and more. Just try different approaches and see what works for you. And don't give up. Try to do small, maybe even tiny steps regularly. But keep going.